How do they start cribs? Hi, I'm Sky, welcome to my crib, right? Is that the right way to do this?
Something like that.
We'll see what happens. You like this doorknob? It's kind of cool, right? Hello, and welcome to my crib! I've always wanted to do that! The day has come where I actually want people to come into my home. That hasn't been the case for the past couple of years. I can't believe I'm actually living in this home. I visualized this. I saw it with my third eye. With my psychic vision, I saw the space and it appeared. Ah! I just moved into this new home and it feels so expansive and exciting. Also terrifying because this is like a huge move for me. I mean, I went from living in a tiny little box to this big house that you're about to see. I'm gonna give y'all a little tour and then I'm gonna share how I actually manifested this dream home because I actually have done a lot of visualization, manifestation around this, and I'm somebody that sort of laughed at manifestation until I started doing it, and then I'm like, oh this is real, this works. I have 2 roommates. It's not just me living here. I hope that y'all will get to meet my roommates soon because they're really incredible people and I'm so excited to be living with them. Here is the living room. As you can see, it's very cozy. I very much love this artwork and the colors, and there's a beautiful fireplace. Over here is where the bedroom area is and where my bedroom is, but guess what? You can't see my bedroom. You can't see it. You wanna know why? I spent the last 3 years in this tiny little bedroom where I did all of my videos. Y'all have seen me sit on my bed and shoot every video, and also right next to the bed was the desk where I edited all the videos. I pretty much used this tiny room to do everything. That became very draining when my life and my work and my living space for sleeping and working was all the same. I decided as I was manifesting, dreaming up the space that I wanted to move into, that my work and my room needed to be completely separate. My bedroom is a space I do not intend to show on camera. This is a space that I am keeping for myself, for my rest, for my relaxation. It is a boundary I'm setting those boundaries, you know, setting that boundary, so you will not be able to see my room. I'm sorry, maybe at some point, but not today. Okay, so over here is this beautiful little chill area. I've put out some coloring books and colored pencils and whatnot. One thing I wrote on my list of what I wanted in a dream home was tons of plants and green and nature, and that's sort of what is here. So let's move on into the kitchen now. This is the kitchen. I love this kitchen so much. I wrote on the list of things that I was looking for was a big kitchen with a lot of natural light. I just feel so happy in here. I feel so happy and joyful in this space. I am so excited to cook in this space. However, because I just moved in, I literally have had no time to cook. I have been stocked up on Daily Harvest. I think I've been having Daily Harvest for pretty much every single meal. I have this whole freezer full of Daily Harvest. I have their smoothies, oat bowls, harvest bowls, flatbreads. They have everything. It's so good. They delivered it right to my door. So right now, I'm going to make this oat bowl, and I've been dying to make this one. It's cherry, oats, raspberry, cacao, strawberry, and maca. Everything in here is pure. I know that what I'm eating from Daily Harvest is good for my body. All you have to do for the oat bowl is add your milk of choice and then heat it up over the stove for about 2 to 3 minutes. And to make the harvest bowl, you just have to heat it up over the stove for about 4 to 5 minutes and add a little bit of water or broth if needed. Organic cherry dark chocolate oat bowl. Yes, baby, yes. Every time I have Daily Harvest, I'm so impressed. How did I make this in just a couple of minutes and the ingredients are so pure? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just like gonna pour my gratitude juju over this meal. Daily Harvest is offering the Vibe Tribe $25 off your first box with my code SKYLIFE. So I added a link in the video description so y'all can go and try it out. It's really affordable and I highly recommend it. It will change your life. And look who just walked in! It's my beautiful roommate, Huda. Hi guys. Huda's an amazing healer. I've been calling in powerful women in my life, and when I was moving into a new space, one of the things I wrote down was to be surrounded by powerful people and inspiring humans, and here you are. So thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate you.
One of my favorite things about this house is the juice bar. You guys, look at the juice bar. I make a lot of juice, a lot of smoothies, elixirs, all that stuff. I've been using this a lot. Listen, I can't take credit for how any of this is designed. Like the people who lived here before, who are actually friends of mine and are amazing human beings, put so much work and care and love into creating this space. I think it's absolutely magical, and I am so grateful to be inhabiting this space that was created. I went through 4 journals in the last 4 months of 2020. And in those journals, I was doing a shit ton of mindset work, manifestation, learning witchcraft through Mia's Witch School. All this stuff to really learn how to create the reality that I desire and envision. So these journals hold the secrets to the universe. Sometimes with these manifestation videos, I don't want it to seem like everything's perfect and everything's dandy and butterflies and rainbows, and that's not reality. I'm still coming up against challenges all the time. There's still so much that I have to work on. There's still so much I'm working through. One of the biggest obstacles we face always is our own damn mind. It's always trying to f up shit and control us, and we have to learn how to work with it. And that's what I'm learning. And as I come up against different challenges and ups and downs, I'm always applying these tools in every single situation. I love this yard so much. I just lived in a space that was right in the middle of the city. The energy was so intense there. There was a lot of drug abuse and a lot of violence. My roommate and I would wake up in the middle of the night hearing very violent things being yelled, nearly every single night. Our old building manager got assaulted right outside our building. The things I heard outside my building, I just got numb to it. I just got immune to it. After 2 years of that, I was like feeling drains, and then they started a construction project right next to my building. So it went from hearing yelling in the middle of the night to extremely loud, aggressive construction all day long. I have dealt with all sorts of wild living situations. I can handle a lot when it comes to like where I'm living, and that's why for 3 years I was like, whatever, like this is cheap rent. My life force and my energy started draining from me. When my lease was up, I was like, I know I'm gonna move. I have to move. I have to create a situation for myself that is conducive to my growth and supports my mental health and that offers me the expansion that I'm looking for. And that is what this space is really about. I just feel super grateful to have landed here. It's almost one of those things where I'm still having a hard time feeling like I deserve to live here. Like I'm still having a hard time feeling like this is my reality. It's almost like, is this too good to be true? How can I deserve this? My practice and my work is like getting beyond that thought. And I have to remember, like, I've been working so hard. I have been grinding for a long time, and like this is time for me to accept what the universe has given and not push it away, which is what I do when I feel unworthy. And so it's a practice for me, and stepping into that gratitude, allowing myself to feel overwhelmed by gratitude rather than stepping back into fear and lack and unworthiness. Another thing I wrote on my list was the ice bath, and look what they have. The ice bath is right there. I always said the next place I live must have an ice bath. It's a requirement. This tree is super special. If you look at this tree, it is so grounded and rooted. It's so strong. But if you look, it goes in all different directions. It sort of twists and turns, and then it has a very feminine energy at the top. So this tree to me represents such a beautiful balance of masculine feminine energy. It's almost like a vortex energy here. Another magical tree being right there. Do you see that damn tree? So strong, so grounded, so rooted, holding down the energy here. It's magic. It just feels like I can take a deep breath finally. Oh, I'm so happy. It doesn't feel real. I feel like I'm in a dream. To have a backyard where I can just lay down like this and just look up at the sky and look up at the trees. All right, enough of that. Okay, so another really cool thing, there's a yurt in this backyard. It's technically a bell tent. Is that the same as a yurt? I don't know. It's a bell tent, a lotus bell tent. Peekaboo. Here we are, the magical little yurt. This is so cool because I've always dreamed of having a yurt in my backyard, or bell tent, or whatever you want to call it. Before I moved in, a friend of mine was living here, and she's actually taken off to Costa Rica now, but this was a space where someone was living as a room. I have one last thing to show you guys. We're gonna go up stairs. Having an office space separate from my bedroom, this is revolutionary, people. This is game changing for me. You have no idea. This is probably the most excited I am about living here, is that I just have an amazing office that's not close to my bedroom. Welcome to the lighthouse. Don't get any of this because it's a mess. I just love this office so much. Like, this was something that I saw so clearly, is myself being in a beautiful, bright, sunny office surrounded by plants and nature in a space that was separate from where I sleep. I just moved in, so I'm just getting used to everything, but I felt so energized, so productive in here. And I set up my desk so I can look out and see this beautiful grounding tree right in front of me. This desk is a standing desk. It goes up and down. This next phase of my life and my career, there's so much I want to create. There's so much I want to do. Having an environment that supports that vision is critical. When you grow out of your shoes, your foot hurts because it feels like the shoe's too damn tight. That's how I felt in my old space. And now I feel focused, productive, like a boss bitch at this desk. I feel grounded, I feel calm, I feel expansive. And all of these feelings that I'm saying I feel now, I practiced feeling them even when I was in a space that didn't make me feel that way. Does that make sense? That's what manifestation is. Instead of letting myself indulge in all those low vibrational feelings, I practiced every day feeling extremely grateful. I practiced gratitude for what I already had, and then I decided, how do I want to feel in the new space, and what does it feel like, and how do I see it in my mind? Every single day I would really step into that vision combined with the feeling and let my body get excited. Physically, my body, like, can I feel excitement in my body physically for what I'm dreaming of? I really don't think I'd be living here if I wasn't so committed to those practices over the past 4 months that I have been. Okay, there's one thing I want to show you. So I took this from my old room. So I had this whiteboard up in my old room and I wrote down new home. And I wrote down all these things that I was looking for. Quiet, clean, plants, office separate from room. This was very important to me. Big kitchen, backyard, ice bath, and infrared sauna. There is no infrared sauna here, but we are getting one. We're putting one in for the backyard. This list is kind of general, right? Like, it could be a lot of different spaces. It started with this whiteboard, and now I want to show y'all what is in my journals, and I was in those journals. So we're gonna go look at the journals, and I'm gonna share a little bit more about specific manifestation tools. When I made that decision, I immediately, on that whiteboard I showed you, I wrote down all the things that I wanted, just basic things. Very soon I found out that there was a room opening up in this space, and I was extremely excited by that idea. I applied. At the time, there's an application process to move in. I didn't hear anything for a long time, so I thought the door had closed. I literally thought this was not gonna happen. I still wanted the energy of a space like this. So all the things that I had in my vision for the dream space I would love to live and co-create in, I continue to really, really see that vision in my heart, in my mind, in my body, in the way it felt. And over the past 4 months, I have been going hard on the journaling and writing shit down is a key element of manifestation for me. Clean, quiet, grounded energy, nature, tons of plants, big room and bathroom and kitchen, natural light, access to super smart mentors and friends I can learn from and elevate with. I'm living with 2 incredible humans who are so inspiring and so smart, and I can't wait to learn from them and learn from each other and elevate together. Ability to host friends and high-level people. I'm so excited to host people in this space. Like, that was a huge thing that I really saw, is like having a space conducive to community and to just have a space that creates a certain feeling for the people who walk in. I just really want to have the ability to create an experience and a feeling. The key to manifestation, and I'm sure you've heard this before if you study this, is you have to imagine it's happening now. It's already happened. I wrote this journal entry about how I was going to feel in the new home. I am so insanely grateful for my new home. It's exactly what I've been dreaming of and the perfect space to support my dreams, my mission. I love how clean, clear, grounded, and spacious it feels. I have tons of beautiful plants. I'm surrounded by gold and green. Green and gold are sending me into such a beautiful frequency of abundance, and it feels so good and so right to me. I'm so productive here, and I love how this space makes me feel. I've never felt better. I wrote wealthy people to learn from, and I live in an area now that is like, I don't even know how I live here. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how do I even live in this area? Like, there's amazing, very abundant beings living here, and that feels so great to be in that energy and that frequency, and just to like let myself level up to that as well. I thought this space was like a closed door, and then all of a sudden I found out, oh, the door is open again. You can say yes to this. And as soon as I was given the opportunity to live here and say yes, all the fear came up, all of the logistical limiting beliefs came up. Oh, but it's an increase in rent. What about this? And so I was like, shit, maybe this isn't the right space. Maybe this isn't the right decision. My intuition started speaking to me a little stronger, and I felt the gut feeling. You gotta say yes. It feels scary for a reason. It's so expansive. This is so different than your previous environment. This is like a total change. Of course it feels scary. Of course your mind's going to fear. Of course your mind's going to limitation, but you have to say yes to this. I had so much emotion come through as I was packing things up, and I realized like I'm closing a chapter of my life that was a very important chapter, and I'm moving into a new chapter that is going to be so exciting and magical, and there's going to be so much growth that comes. There's a passage here I just came across, and I literally don't even remember what this is from, or if this is a quote or something, but let this speak to you, whatever this means to you. You belong here, so come. Imagine what you desire and see it in your mind. See the places, the people, and everything you want, and imagine that that future is calling you and saying, come here. This is for you. You belong here. That's been a huge learning for me, and something I'm always working on, is just feeling like I belong here, like I'm worthy. Every person who watches my videos, I want you to know that you have the power to create whatever life you want. You have the power to create whatever reality you want and desire, and to not feel shame or guilt about it. So I have to give myself my own damn advice half the time. Like, I'm still figuring this out. I'm still trial and erroring all of this stuff. I'm just sharing my experience along the way, and hopefully some of what I talk about is helpful to you. And I'm not claiming to be some manifestation expert or anything. I'm just a student of these practices, and I'm just sharing what I learned. So I really hope that this helped you in some way. I hope this inspired you, empowered you to realize that you do have this power to create your own reality. And if there's a situation in your life that doesn't feel in alignment, you can change it, and you can create something that does feel in alignment. I want to thank you all so much for watching. It means so much to me to connect with you every single week in this way. It fills me with so much joy, so much gratitude. And that's it for this episode of SKYLIFE. I want to remind you all that you have the power to thrive. You have the power to live your best life ever. Let's go. That's it. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Got a lot of time on our hands, yeah. Don't have to rush a thing, don't you know? Easy, let it come, let the sun hit ya. Easy, let it come, don't worry about tomorrow. Why waste your time working 9 to 5? Yeah, we're so young, baby, and we're flying to the sky.